The I-Team investigates generic prescription drugs. Most doctors and insurance companies want you to use them.
I mean, they are cheaper, but there is one thing no one's telling you, and this has a local family fighting for change. The I-Team's Leamanczyk tonight takes a closer look.
Rowan Steele is a happy baby, but this 11-month-old girl is facing a long, painful journey.
She has several surgeries ahead of her.
At least, yes.
This is Rowan after her first surgery to repair a congenital heart defect shortly after she was born. A defect her mother was devastated to learn might be connected to a drug she took for morning sickness.
It'll be with me for the rest of my life that I made that choice. Because, you know, here I was trying to take it to help myself. And look what it did to her.
Elisa took ondansetron, the generic equivalent of Zofran. Both drugs are approved by the FDA to treat nausea in chemotherapy patients. They have never been approved for use in pregnant women, but are commonly used off-label to treat severe morning sickness.
We've seen horrible amounts of different types of injuries.
Attorney Kimberly Doherty has clients who've been affected by both drugs, but only those who took the brand name are allowed to file suit against the manufacturer.
Current law does not allow for generic manufacturers to be held liable.
It's not just Zofran.
It's not. It's any generic.
So even though recent studies have linked Zofran to an increased risk of birth defects, including heart problems and cleft palate, the manufacturer of an identical drug can't be touched in court.
The idea that Rowan's suffering doesn't matter to our legal system makes Elisa angry. That's why she's hoping their story will help convince a judge that brand manufacturers should be held responsible for their generic copies. It's an argument that's worked in other states.
And California and Vermont allows for the brand to be held responsible in those cases.
The maker of Zofran, GlaxoSmithKline, takes no responsibility for the generic drug. As for the lawsuits against Zofran, in a statement the company told the I-Team, "We believe the allegations in these lawsuits are entirely unfounded." For the Steeles, this is not about money. They say they want to spare other families the pain they felt watching their baby get wheeled into surgery.
I couldn't even look at her. I was afraid that that would be the last time I would ever see her.
Doctors still prescribe both Zofran and the generic for morning sickness. The FDA has proposed a change that would give patients who take generics the right to sue, but the generic drug industry is fighting it. For the I-Team, Leamanczyk, WBZ News.